Welcome once again to what's said to be, and we know it to be, an architectural engineering student. And we're talking about here was something that was crossed out. You have to understand this is a notebook along a theory development path. And what happened with this particular condition was that the scale was half scale, it was full scale, it was a combination scale. I said, oh my gosh, what am I doing here? My gosh. So I crossed it out, and then when this other one, and this one here, I was in a condition unfamiliarity, something that I was thinking about, which was from a statement from another one, and this happens to be something called shipping container resonances instead of the figure it out for yourself and choose the dimension you have a liking. And this here has to be, as it stated, it's three different shipping containers. And here's shipping container 1 that occur here. And here's shipping container 2. And then here's shipping container 3 out this way. And this is kind of a messy thing also. And what's stated, there's a 6 can per day kitchen. And it says, warning, such a kitchen may have one die from sodium ingestion. So one's talking about the condition and what was the right choice, and then I said, is that really true? What if the one had a blender and had a body cleansing meal plan from vegetable and fruit blends that they could do? Well, possibly they could in that kitchen. So what's this happened to be the 7-foot condition with what's said to be the dimension I'm working for an egress is 5 feet. And I said it was a nice thing that I had seen someone else do at that 7-foot dimension, but they had a nice desk and they had a space and HD screen at their desk, and across the path from it was a living room with a nice sofa and a coffee table and an HD on the opposite side. And I said, well, at this condition of 5-foot egress, I just don't have that luxury, that opulence. I was trying to say, I just don't have that opulence. And so what had gone with this was a different things, a very small sink that occurred here in the personal care room with this 5-foot egress. In the shower, it's the whole personal care room that occurred there, because that's kind of what fit in there. And then this is just a single counter kitchen. It's 10 foot in length, and it may work for very small amounts in food storage if you want to store every day to purchase your food, but it's something that is not said to be very opulent at all. And then there's this condition here at this desk, and it's 12 foot, so each the two people there that are using that space could have the condition in 6 foot apiece for their statement that they have there. So then there's this, what's left over here is this 5 by 8 bed. I said, well, what's it for? Is it for an individual, for two? And I kept on crossing out the 2 pillows to put one, even though one could have a guest and study there. So the one said that this was nothing but a big mess and unfamiliarity, and that's just the way it is sometimes being an architectural engineering student. This thing ended up being 7 feet interior by about 40 feet. So 7 times 4 is 28, and so that's 280 feet, I think, in square feet. Well, it's a very small thing that occur, and it's said to be in that way in living space. Not something that most people would like, but some people had found to be enough, and what's said to be their savings condition. So then what I did is I said, well, I'm going to go back to the thing that I'm more familiar together, and this is what I got. I said to myself, hey, this is nice. This is one of the nicest things that I have seen in this particular square foot, 608 square feet. And well, sure, it's a lot more square feet than the other one happens to be, and it's a completely different thing. This personal care room is a lot more opulent. The kitchen is very much nicer, and the bedroom area is very much nicer also. This has a counter here, and it's got a HD screen here that's for what's said to be the computer enabling HD monitor condition. And this is a large counter, so the ones can do their computer work and their pre-qualified office work statement. And there's plenty of storage that can occur under these cabinets in the sink. And then this is a separate bedroom. It's got a door here, and it's got a 5x8 bed. And then this is a full height cabinet closet that occur along this whole length here at 16 feet. The part of it would be 8 foot in height, and the other part would be, I don't know, maybe it would be 5 feet or so. And then there's storage that occur under this loft bed condition also. Then there's this very long carport that occur at 24 feet plus 16. And then along the southerly portion, the westerly, then is the trom panel. And then on the northerly is the storage, the condition that occur there. And then on this northerly portion here, there could be what's said to be an outside shop, and then a garden. And so I said to myself, in this 2A building at 608 square feet, I said, yeah, this is a nice thing. This is 10 feet as it is by 16 feet for the personal care room. And in this kitchen portion, it ends up being, I think, 16 from here to here, 16 by 16. And then this bedroom is 8 feet by 16. And I said to myself, well, that's something that's not quite as messy or scratched out, and it took me some time to get back to the dimension scale that I was looking for. I drafted this toilet and said, that's not the right shape, it's half that size, and so that's what I had done there. Well, the presence is as it is, working through the body if one thought so, to have the work be perfected. And that's what happened when I took the thing and something more familiar to mention to me, which was 16 feet instead of the 7, and I said, I like it very much. And this portion here is said to be a 5 foot egress that occur, because that's what I work with, that 5 foot egress that I think is applicable for just about anyone that's to at least 6'3" in height. And so that's what I have my concept plan at this particular locating architectural engineering student. Well, that's this time an architectural engineering student